Battle control initialized.
What's up, guys? It's Black and back with some more Combined Arms content. Got something a little special this week because it is going to be our first 2v2. That is right, we see some 2v2 action on this, so hopefully we get some nice quality stuff. These players are pretty high caliber, so I'm thinking we will. I'm seeing some tier 3s, tier 4 in our future, and some high intensity battles. We got Legato playing as the 5-star Skrinnerol. Looks like he's going to be playing as Travel 59, and his ally is going to be Hod, aka Hod playing as, I think that is Black Hand. It is indeed Black Hand. His opponents are going to be the ever formidable Hyper playing as the Psycor, which is the Yuri faction, and his ally is Jarkill, who is going to be playing as Steel Talons, or Talon as it is in Combined Arms, because he is a GDI player and he hates the Skrin. That is going to be a prevalent theme, I feel like. Another special thing going on with here, these players basically played 3 different matches and cycled up their teams, so I'm just probably going to keep like a nice little tally of who's won and who's lost after all these games, just to see who's like the most winnable player, most winnable partner for these series. But as it stands, we have Hod running in with an engineer, but Hyper does have the rifle advantage here. If he does push across, he might get it, but Hod might just sneak this through. Hyper's got to make a decision right now, and he's trying to find that engineer, and think he is going to get it. Basically one shot, and that one rifle runs away, sending down another rifle over here, because this map is Smugglers Retreat from Lad. Pretty well known 2v2 map. It's also a 3v3 version that plays pretty well too. Lots of gems on this top right here, and then a much bigger like tib on this bottom. Weird that it's always gems and not blue tib in CA, but hey, it is what it is. And then as this bottom player for Legato is, he's probably gonna, what do we got going on here? Just a little rifle engagement, which Hyper wins, and Hod is gonna lose that engineer as well. Probably just gonna run away for now. Can also say Hyper's probably gonna expand here, maybe here, and that's kind of his. And then Hod will expand up here and here, so a little bit less on this side. It is what it is. A Gunwalker come down here, and you know, the Gunwalker is going to have a little bit of trouble here. That is a lot of engineer, or rifles rather, from Hyper. Engineer is going to get in there safe. Looks like this one might have got killed. Another Gunwalker coming in from Legato is going to push that back. Does see there's nothing there. Maybe he's going to rally both of those, but Hyper did get that engineer in there critically. There's also an older deck right here for Jarkill as well. Jarkill, very defensive player, likes to get up to that tier 3, tier 4 rather quickly, and he's already up to War Factory tech. Looks like Hyper went for double racks. And it looks like Legato probably went for a War Factory first, and Hod went for a double War Factory as well. 3 Gunwalkers out, and a 4th will come in. This could be quite dangerous for these early rifles, but we'll have to see if they get on top of them or not. They are already running away, and Hyper with a very quick move out here. Don't see that too often, but I think it's a pretty good idea. It looks like we are going to see a Grenadier drop as well. Love to see it. This Gunwalker is going to get on top of some of these, and I think he's going to get the majority of these cleanup since they are kind of wounded already and kind of strung out, but there's another one coming in. I don't think he wants to stay too long. He's probably going to lose at least one of these, trying to micro him back and forth. I do like that, but I think there's just a little too much here like this, that he is putting that full health one on top, and that with the 4th one is probably going to be enough, but there is an AGT, and unfortunately is low power, but a Flame Tower does come in, probably going to get the last kill on it. Oh, just barely misses. Oh, and the AGT finally shows up, just misses as well, but all 4 of those are going to get out of there without too much of a problem. Hopefully we see a repair facility, or what is it called, the regeneration bay from Scran, I'm not sure. This bike just nudging that colony ship along. I always want to call it drone platform. The Grenadier is running straight through the middle. There is a recon bike, and it probably is going to get the kill on this. He does unload this first, but they're not going to get much anything. There is a bunch of rifles there. Rifles do clean up those Grenadiers without too much trouble. One more, and does get it. Classic Hod has these concrete walls out. His expansion is already out. Jarkill, I expect, yeah, he's up to tier 2. Probably working on that tier 3 as a matter of fact. And it is coming out, so it's kind of crazy. There is a 4-minute tier 3 for Jarkill. That is his style. I assume we're going to see some Vulcans, and since he's Talon, it's probably going to be some Zone Rigators and some Titans, because that's just what you do. They're pretty formidable when you get up into huge numbers. I'm not sure how Hod will try to counter this, since he seems to be up against Jarkill, but probably just a high economic boom can really get into Jarkill's face. I mean, the starting eco will run out. These gems are nice, and has allowed him to tech super early, but again, he is low power, gonna have to cycle those through just to try to get there, but no, it is not enough. He needs to move his infantry, but these bikes should be pretty well dead. Same time, Gunwalker's coming back in, still hasn't lost one, but they are very, very dangerous low. Gotta get that repair facility down. Devour's coming out as well for Jarkill, or rather Legato. Jarkill cleaning up these bikes, almost losing a Harvester. That's not great, but he is going to be safe for now. Do we have any upgrades out for these guys? I imagine that we do. Yes. Advanced articulators for Legato, so he has those Scrin units moving 15% faster. And Jarkill's already gone for Seek and Destroy. Worked really well with those Titans and just increasing the range by so much. Already up to a commando as well, so that's kind of crazy. A 5-minute commando, you definitely do not see that in a 1v1. Got some air coming out for Hyper as well, and Legato just up to double refractory, probably going to pump out a lot of units, which is quite interesting. It looks like we got tier 2 out for Hot as well with those stealth tanks. Made advanced articulators, but not building any infantry, such a Legato thing to do. Much more of an exposed there. Much more of a tank guy. Standing exposed there for the Stanks, probably sniper that stuff. We'll have to see. Man, these gunwalkers are still somehow alive, still cranking out kills though. But I imagine when they run into this, he'll probably lose at least this one. Maybe if he's lucky, it'll get away, but I don't know. It's probably going to get a little too close. Oh, barely alive. APC might be able to hunt it down. No, it does not. There is a yak, and that will definitely do it. Goodbye. Doesn't even get a chance to return fire. Snake's trying to find something here, but that is a flame tower guarding that. Probably going to be going up to here. There is an AGT here and a flame tower here, but you can see that there is a little bit of space. One of those harvesters probably likely to go down if he chooses that. Where is that low health harvester? It is right there in the middle. Ooh, and a scan, seeing that there is a nice little window over here. Maybe you can snipe that airstrip or anything coming out of on top. The yak is doing some nice damage. There is a lot to go on, but I feel like I am on it today. I feel like I am good for this casting. Let's see some Black Hand troopers coming out. Famously, really good anti-tank for Black Hands, not as much anti-infantry as they are in CNC3, but that is okay. Changes are welcome. Yak's still scouting around here, and I feel like I'm kind of zoomed out a lot in this game. I'll try to zoom in just a little bit more, maybe like this. A lot of stuff to see over here. We got a Halo drop coming in. That's more of a hot thing, and a lot of thieves, but I think the Snake actually sees it. That's kind of funny. Does he get it? No, it's actually just out of his view, so he doesn't know that there's thieves in there, but the Snake's probably going to stay there just as a vision purpose, which is great. Looks like we have the Lasher tank upgrade by Hyper as well, so probably going to be seeing some tanks over here. No more heavy tanks. Oh, and the Stanks do find that. Down goes all those saves. No fancy shenanigans for you. Just another little aircraft scout over here goes down, and there are the zone raiders coming out. Soon those Titans will be rolling, I am sure as well. Yuri coming as well. IC coming out. That is important. You're going to need that. Skrin really needs those Mastermind coming out. I mean, tier 3 for Skrin still probably not great. These Devourer tanks with charge upgrade would be good, but I don't think they quite have that just yet. Some Corruptors coming out as well, so completely infantry free from Legato, but he is starting to produce out of 3 portals, so finally making that transition. And looks like he is gone with an Impaler, so he is going to be Loyalists. Or is that Rebels? I can never remember. I guess I can check though. And it is indeed Rebel, so Impalers, Nullifiers, and that Gateway support power. I think I'm more of a Loyalist fan. Get that Overlord's Wrath in there. Get those Eviscerators. And I think Obliterator is the tier 3 artillery unit that I want. Want to hit Jarkill, so they're probably going to come right up here. And this is a pretty big army between them. About 35k. A little bit less, but Jarkill, you know, he's got 20k just in his units right there. That is an insane amount of units. And, you know, Hyper has his army value over there, so I mean army values are pretty close. Jarkill pretty much unmolested this game, not doing much anything but ecoing up and macroing up. And there goes those gunwalkers finally, and oh, decides to pull back those corruptors a little bit, but they could do some poke here. There is a lot of medics, which is always scary, but looks like both these sides are catching that there is an attack coming here. And they might get forked a little bit here. It just depends. There's not a lot of armor for Jarkill, and those Corruptors are doing a lot of damage. But once this stuff gets on top of it, those Zone Raiders are going to do so much damage. But here comes Pod to reinforce with some rifles just to soak all this damage. And I think that's going to be pretty good. But, man, the Zone Raiders are still really good. And a lot of Corruptors just adding that insult to injury. And Yuri is in the front just mind controlling stuff as he wills. But if Machi tries to take him out, doesn't do it, but gets a lot of his infantry there. But yeah, this attack did not go good for Legato, and it did not go good for Hod. Huge swing in army values there. It looks like Jarkill's still up ahead, but Hyper looking really good. Didn't lose much of anything at all. Oh man, and 3X coming in. Probably going to get the commando if they see it, but I see that Hod is up to tier 4 as well, so those Cyborgs are already coming out. That could be an excellent counter to this. Kiting back with those Devourers, pretty good. And that SSM launcher gets a nice splash with that Black Napalm as well. Misses the commando for now, but does go down eventually. Yuri is still up there somewhere. Almost dead, finally goes down. That is going to change things just a little bit. I think they're going to be able to hold. But Jarkill is pushing on the right side with that jump power, and down goes the tier 4 pretty much instantly. Hod is getting forced back. Tier 3 as well, probably going to go down. I don't think either side really has too much to deal with these Zone Raiders. They are just super good. I mean, the SSMs can be good if they can get on top of them, but those jump powers, those jump jets, just getting right on top, and bye-bye MCV, bye-bye Devours, bye-bye SSM launcher. Yuri, I heard him again somewhere, maybe, I'm not sure. But Hod is definitely in a lot of trouble here, losing his expansion, losing all of his tech, and he'll be down to tier 2 again. These Impalers are pretty good against infantry though, so this is going to eventually get it pushed back. I think those Zone Raiders need to jump out one more time, and they do. But oh yeah, all those rifles getting pretty much eviscerated, and there goes the finals of the Zone Raiders done. What's been going on back here? It looks like there has been some Stanks harassment, maybe a drop or something. And transition into floating discs, man, the last time I played they were pretty bad, but who knows how they are right now. Legato is up, and he has a nullifier. Those are pretty good, and they cause like a blind on the unit they hit. I really like them, but I think Obliterator is just a little bit more fun to use. Tripod's going to be important in this, I think, but gotta be careful that since there is an air transition here, it does not have a whole lot of anti-air. In fact, none of these guys really have a whole lot of anti-air. Shock troopers coming out as well will be a great counter for these, assuming they don't just instantly get one shot with the range difference there, but we'll have to see if this counterattack works. I think Legato is going to be able to sustain a lot of pressure here just because there is not enough to deal with this. But yeah, you can see that slow caused by the Impalers really lets these Devourers get on top of them. The lack of A is going to be good. Oh, and the Chaos Drone barely misses, gets one little thing right there. Unfortunate. Oh, and his own guys going into those Chaos Clouds. Not exactly great, but those Chaos Clouds still lingering around, and Hod getting kind of caught up in them a little bit. Now here comes Jarkill with more reinforcements, more Vulcans, more Zone Raiders. Oh, and a little flank here from Hod on this. I'm not sure if he's got anything yet, but he did force off the force field on that. He's going to get probably the war factor if he really wants to, and these guys are, yep, tier 3 is going to go down. Atomic Thrasher tank getting out there, and a second force field used on that, so that is going to survive, and these tanks are going to go down, but that is going to be costly for them. And to power Jarkill down for a good 40 seconds, I think is what it is. Meanwhile, here in the middle, Jarkill getting pushed back again by this Legato army, just the nullifiers and those Impalers really making a difference here. Commando is going to be good, but he has to get on top of him. It's super hard. He's in very close in the front, instantly gets down, but the IC goes down. That could be great. That could change this engagement. He has to wait for these Vulcans to get on top before he can use that jump jet. I think Legato is going to get mostly away from this, which is fortunate for him. But Iker is still going, man. These guys have to fall so far back. And actually, these Vulcans getting on top of these guys, causing some splash damage. IC about to wear off. But I think that did their job. I think they can actually push right now. There's a lot of cyborgs, but these Zone Raiders don't really care about it. They are quickly bursting down. Ooh, but there is the Frenzy making these guys super fast. 2 of those deaths are already going down. There is some Gunwalkers in there as well. So now it is a change of hands once again as these guys push back. More stuff going down here. Tier 3 finally did go down. I'm not sure what it was. It might have been the Apaches just killing it. And I'm gonna rally out of there. There's so much going on with this game. Somehow, Hod and Legato have just continuously pushed back in the middle, and I think Hyper is really in a lot of trouble right now. Catching those Apaches with the MiGs in the back there is nice. Atomic Shell's getting utilized here, but yeah, this is really tough for them to deal with. I see that Mastermind has caught a lot of stuff. Maybe that's what I was hearing earlier. Some mind control from another side. Exo drop right here as well, and the Vulcan's coming in, but this side is a little bit split, and those Mind Sparks do a lot of instant kill damage when they get there. But I think together, Legato is going to get squished a little bit, and what little is left of Hod's army is going to die as well. It's sad that there is one Cyborg left, and he is finally gone. Some mechanics mixed in as well, but they are getting cleaned up. These Mind Sparks, yeah, you can see they quickly do a lot of damage. Those Exosuit probably not going to live through it. Maybe even catch the loud one as well, because they last for quite a while. And yes, that is, oh, just gonna survive. Looks like Hyper has expanded here on his final expansion, and Legato has already kind of snaked it away a little bit. That's good for him. Meanwhile, Hod has been kind of choked out of his top expansion, and Jarkill is going to have quite the economic advantage there. Take a look at the income tab. Yeah, there's a lot coming in for Legato, and a lot coming in for Jarkill. Both these guys kind of damaged in the middle. 2 harvesters left for Hod. What happened here? Has he been on 2 harvesters the entire time? That is kind of crazy. I did not hear that. They've been going so hard and so long. Just haven't been paying attention. 2 Stinks trying to go back here with the tip core missiles, but I don't think this is going to go down. Those Stinks are resistant to those MiGs, but at least one of them, actually, you know what? With so much going on here, Hyper is going to lose this, and there's another big engagement here that I want to focus on still. See that MCV did go down, and I'm not sure who's going to win this. I like the front side of this, and these guys are kind of all just bunched up in the middle, and I think they're going to lose that, and there is the GG. Hyper calling it quits, and Pod taking that with Legato. That was a pretty close game, honestly. I felt like this push should have been the game ender. Hod somehow on 2 Harvesters for a lot of that seemed to be winning. I mean, Legato definitely carrying that. He was up to what, 3, 4, 5 Warp Spheres, 3 portals. That's a lot of stuff coming out. And again, that tier 3 transition, these nullifiers actually making a difference, and those impalers being pretty good. Just Hyper and Jarkill couldn't live up to it. Needed some sort of transition. Maybe Jarkill could have gone into air or something like that, but I don't know. But that is going to be the first of these games, and we'll be back another time with some more.
Battle control terminated.